Um, um, Could we call Ryan Manson and see where he might be? Ryan's cell phone. Can we try leaving?
Yes, I'm looking for Ryan Manson.
Say it's the court.
From the courtroom. Tracy from the municipal court, yes. I just.
Good morning. I'm Judge Person. I'm welcoming you to court, and I'll actually keep it muted just until it's your turn, and I'll be making some redundant announcements. There are a few things that I think are important to know about how things move through a court like this one, rights that you have, and so forth. And so I will just go ahead and walk you through that. Oops, let's see. Okay. So there are a few people, I'm not sure who they are, so I just want to clarify. A person just labeled iPhone, I'm asking just that one person to unmute and tell me name.
Caitlin Kitchens. I'm sorry, it didn't put my name up.
It was Kitchens. That's okay. It's not a problem. I just want to make sure that I have the right word when it's your turn. Just make a note that it's you. Let's see.
Mine is on an iPhone as well for Aiden Mitchell.
Right, yours is called Laura's iPhone. I was about to ask about that.
Yes, ma'am.
He just logged in. Okay, let's see. And I've got a couple more people. Then there was Tresson, T-R-E-S-N. If you could unmute, I couldn't quite work that one out either. I didn't find anything that let me connect to who that might be.
Juan Flores.
Okay, all right. I see Juan Flores as well. That's good. Okay, great. Do I have two representatives for Juan Flores, or is it just one person?
Yes. I don't know if you can see us.
No, I can't see you. I just your
I
audio, you know.
don't know how to. I don't know how to do something. I mean, I don't know how to put it on.
Right. So I went ahead and sent a video request that might help you.
Okay, there you go.
There we go. Okay. And then there's another device called Juan Flores. Is that also you folks?
I believe it was us as well, because it's the first time we're doing this, so probably I just logged in on another something about Zoom. Yeah, so
Okay,
I
yeah,
just
we're in Zoom right now. Okay, so I'll remute you, but I've got you reported in now, so we're good. Okay, so I do want to let everybody know when you're given a citation, that's an accusation. A ticket or a citation is serves as an accusation. And a plea is an answer or response to that accusation. And there are three options for entering a plea: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Prior to entering a plea, if you wish to retain an attorney, you do that prior to your plea being entered, accepted by the court. If you have yet to enter a plea or have your plea accepted by the court and you want to meet with an attorney of your choice, we don't court appoint counsel in Class C courts, but you do have the right to recess your case and seek that legal advice. So today, as I work through things, when I'm asking if the plea that you've given me is the plea today, if you are trying to do that, you just say, Judge, I need time to meet with someone, and we'll reschedule this hearing, okay? And we're moving all those cases into live settings, but we'll be working on getting you reset at that point. So no problem with that. Mr. Matson is the city attorney. If you were pleading not guilty, he functions like the district attorney. And Mr. Matson, if you could just introduce yourself, and I'm actually going to start your pretrial docket because the law firm of McMahon is here on the Martinez case, and I'll let y'all go ahead and get started. But if you could go ahead, just introduce yourself, that would be helpful.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ryan Matson. I'm the prosecutor for Temple.
Thank you. Mr. Matson is the neutral attorney. He is the opposing attorney. He represents the state. Ms. McMahon, I think your audio is probably working fine, but let me have you just unmute so I can confirm that, and then I'll send you on over and y'all can start that pretrial. Hi, how are you this morning?
Good, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Let me send you on over to that pretrial, and y'all will come back at the end. And I'm just admitting one more person. Got another phone caller. And hello on the phone call that just came in. If you could unmute your telephone. I sent you an unmute request. And not Ms. Ramirez, actually. It's a person I can't identify. It's phone number ending in 077. It's the only just straight telephone I have this morning. Can you unmute and tell me your name? Sometimes it takes the telephone a minute or so to get on cleared through.
Do you mean 0557?
No, I meant 077. It's ends in. I just have the last three digits, and you're Angela, and you are not on a telephone, you're on a smart device. And I'm sending this person an unmute request. Ooh. Okay, so I just want to, I'm a little warm if you want, but so I'm working here with a clerk. If you see me turn and talk to someone, that's what I'm doing. But again, I'm Judge Person. So just back to the plea options that I was talking about: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. I want to let you know which direction each plea will take you, and then the options that you have along the way. So if you plead guilty, you're admitting the offense. You're saying, I did this. No contest means that you are not contesting or admitting the charge. So I'm not admitting or denying the charge. Pleading no contest means that, and you're moving toward sentencing like you would if you pleaded guilty. There's just a shade of difference in that with guilty, you're saying I did it. With no contest, you're not admitting or denying it. If you plead not guilty, you're asking for a trial. You're literally asking that the state prove that case against you, and we're moving that case toward a trial process. Now, on not guilty, that docket is a pretrial docket today online. It's convenient. Sometimes cases get resolved that way. Sometimes they don't. It doesn't matter to me whether it's resolved or not. I'm just responding to the plea and the direction that the cases are being taken by you. So if you plead not guilty and you have a pretrial today and the case gets resolved, we don't come into court on the next setting. But if the case is unresolved, that case is moving into a trial process, and we'll have a pretrial here next. It's not the trial, it's actually a setting hearing, and I'll schedule a bond at that point. And I will move that case in the direction of moving towards a jury trial or a bench trial. And there are rights that you have along the way that I need to talk to you about here in the courtroom. I just think it's important enough that we do that here. Now, if you plead guilty or no contest, I'm moving into sentencing. And normally in the Class C court, that's paying your fines and costs, having it go on your record. There are exceptions to both. So on paying fines and costs, I look at the income and debts that you have. We ask for that information with your paperwork so that I can make a good decision about any sentence. We ask for that in connection with your paperwork, even if you pleaded not guilty, because at a certain point, I'm scheduling a bond to secure your appearance at trial. That's the law that I do that. And I need the same information. I don't call it two different things if it's the same information. So that is known as a financial affidavit. And I would have made that request of you regardless of your plea, not because I assume someone's guilty or not guilty, but because I'm required to get the information in order to schedule a bond. Absent that information, I'm supposed to assume that you're posting cash in the full amount. So in connection with guilty or no contest, I'm looking at that information and trying to set a realistic setup, whether it's 30 days to pay or a payment plan that I grant. In connection with the not guilty docket, it's to schedule a bond at the next setting. Now, as far as having something go on your record, there are options available in terms of the record or available options to gain a dismissal. And I'll just tell you what they are and what to expect from the court. So compliance dismissals, I'll describe these in a moment. Driving safety course options, what is called deferred dispositions, and what is called teen court. Now, compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. The law will need to specify that that can happen. I'll have to have, what we call legal authority to do that type of dismissal, and you have to meet the requirements available or required on that dismissal. So what you can expect from me is that I will walk you through that. A really good example would be if your blinker is out and you don't know that, you put your blinker on, officer stops you, says you made a turn without your indicator or your blinker. You say, but it's working. And eventually what they write you a ticket for is the blinker is broken and it's called defective equipment. And you come to court, you prove that it's repaired. In other words, you won't continue to be pulled over for that. And you pay a $10 fee, you're on time and it's fixed. And we do a dismissal for $10 instead of paying the whole ticket. And it doesn't go on your record. So I'll be looking for those. When it's your turn, you're welcome to ask questions about it. I'll automatically look for it, however. The second option is to dismiss through a driving safety course option. With that option, you have to qualify to be in the program, then complete it to gain the dismissal. And along the way, there's just details, and we'll put it all in writing. But essentially, you pay your court costs, you get your record and your court driving safety course turned in on time, and you get a dismissal. But let me talk just a quick moment about the way fines and costs work in Class C courts, which this is. With every ticket, there's a fine and a court cost. The fine is set by the judge. That would be me. The court costs are set by the Texas legislature. Talk to your representative because I can't control those. In the driver safety course option, you pay the court costs. The fine will go on hold. If you get your correct course, and your record, the correct record, turned in on time, you get your ticket dismissed, and that fine that was on hold, it's waived, not on your record. You save money. It's less expensive than paying the whole ticket. And it keeps it off your record because the law there assumes, and there's verification of this, that we drive better after we do that course. And we do actually for a while. And so it's incentivized as a reward in a way. But there are things to do. They must be done on time or it doesn't happen. Okay. I'll be looking to see if you might be qualified to be in that program. And just like with the compliance dismissals, I'll start quizzing you to see if we can get you there. If you don't want to do it, we're not going to force you. I just assume that if you are able to do it and you want to do it, that you'll probably want to, you'll do it. I assume most people want to save money. I assume most people might be interested in keeping it off their record. And we all have different levels that we value those two things. Some people don't want to do that course no matter what, because their time is just important and they don't have time to do it. And some people say, no, it's worth my time to save money and keep it off my record. So I'll be letting you know if you're qualified. And if you don't want to do it, you'll have to tell me that you don't want to do it, is what I'm trying to tell you. On the second option, the second option is called a deferred disposition. And a deferral is actually something that, defer means delay and disposition means to make final. Delay making the case final, and I put an order in place. And if you follow the order as written, you gain a dismissal. The way that Class C courts are authorized to handle deferrals is that you may ask both the prosecutor or the judge for a deferral. If you ask the prosecutor in a pretrial, y'all come to an agreement about what that will look like. You bring that agreement to the judge, who will then say yes or no on that deferral. If you ask the judge on a plea of guilty or no contest, 99% of the cases, the judge can go ahead in a Class C court and either grant or deny the deferral. So the way that you do that is you just say, I'd like a deferral. And I'll entertain the request each time that it's requested of me to do so. I can't tell you whether I'll grant it or not, but I will give it my true consideration. If I say yes, then that's what we do. If I say no, then it's not happening. Judges have what's called discretion over that. And then the fourth way to gain a dismissal in a Class C court is to engage and complete teen court. Temple has a teen court, not all municipal courts do. And with our teen court program, if we get your case lined up for teen course and you complete it successfully, then you gain a dismissal. And it looks a little like a deferred. It's not exactly the same because the young person is responsible for doing the things that gain the dismissal rather than just payment of fines and costs. Okay, so if you're in teen court eligible, which is high school, middle school, homeschool, or GED, I'll be pushing to see if you want to do it. Okay, and the main reason I push it is because it's a really good tool. And what we've learned is that young people are less likely to reoffend now and in the future if they engage in teen court. And when we're talking about traffic tickets, we're talking about safety. And young people are the #1 group in Texas for death and dismemberment on the roadways. So I'm curious and I am motivated to prevent that. And I know parents are. When we're talking about penal code violations, well, we're talking a lot about just future criminal violations, but also people's record when they're young can really impact their job options. So we'll be trying to address those things with you. If your parent just wants to pay and have it go on your record and you're in agreement with that, then we will look at that option if that's really what you're trying to do. But what I'll be doing is pushing to see if I can get y'all to agree to do teen court because I know it's effective. Okay. All right. I will get started in a moment. But before I do that, on the Martinez case, Mr. Matson, Ms. McMahon, where are we with regard to that matter? It is currently scheduled for final pretrial on June 28th at 3.
Your Honor, which Martinez case would you like to start with?
Oh, I apologize. I just had Ms. McMahon on Municipal Martinez. And that's a failing to yield the right of way from a private drive.
Yeah, Ms. McMahon is also on a Kelvin Martinez for no insurance.
Okay, I don't have that on my docket. I don't mind pulling it. Why don't we start though? Is Calvin Calvin?
Kelvin.
Calvin, okay. We'll pull that file and see why it's not on and get it pulled. But let's talk about can we do that? Let's see where the Maricela Martinez case is first, since that's the one I have pulled.
Sure. So Ms. McMahon has requested discovery. An offer has been made, but she does want a chance to review that material before speaking with her client.
Okay. Discovery is going to be set to be completed by June 28th. Probably we'll get done before then. That's when we're scheduled for final. Usually discovery with attorneys, that happens electronically. And I think the state has well ahead of advance notice. Mr. Matson, you'll be able to get that over there before that June deadline. Is that?
Absolutely.
That way y'all can truly converse about it. That would be helpful. Okay, and let me just. He said Kelvin. We're just pulling Kelvin Martinez case. Is there a DOB on that person? Ms. McMahon?
Yes, give me just one.
I have it, Your Honor. September 23rd, 1996.
Yes.
September 23rd. What?
1996.
Hold on. We don't have it as Kelvin Martinez, so
It's Martinez Burgos, 2 last names.
there we go. Now we're pulling it. Let's see what happened. Still don't have it on the pretrial. Let's see. We do have a letter of representation from April 24th. And okay, just print me the screen and we'll have to sort out what happened later because that doesn't make sense. Where is it? It says reply with a pretrial notice. I'll pull that part. You get them. We're just backing up for a second. It'll work. I can read it. I'm good. Let's see. Just have a system working slowly. Yeah, it's supposed to be on today. Okay, let's see. I'll just inbox that over to Melissa. And so where are we on that matter?
So, Your Honor, the discussion that we had, is it my understanding that CDL holders cannot get deferral for moving violations, but if it's something like a paperwork problem, they would be able to?
So the question is the rules of, is the violation in the rules of the road section of the code book.
I don't believe that insurance is, but I can verify that. So an insurance violation is in chapter 601 of the transportation code, and it's just called subtitle D, motor vehicle safety responsibility. It's not in rules of the road.
I'm willing to try it. If DPS kicks it back, I won't be able to do much about that.
Okay. So he made an offer for deferred, and we just wanted to discuss with you to see if that was going to be a possibility, but I do still need to talk to my client about the offer.
Why don't we go ahead and schedule this for final pretrial? And I'll put it at the same date as the other case so that we're not scattering you out, attorney. And so 3 o'clock on 6/28, we'll get a final decision from everyone by then. Okay.
Okay.
We'll just see what happens with it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. May I be excused?
We're good to go. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Mr. Manson, I will move you forward with the J.C. Flores LLC case. I have 2 devices logged in. I'm going to send one over. I think the other one, it's not really connecting. I'll send the one. TRESM is the folks there, the Floreses. And so Juan Flores. And so I'll send them over. If it doesn't work to do it that way, bounce back in and let me send the other device. I'm concerned if I send them both that there'll be conflict. Juan Flores, can y'all go ahead and unmute? Let's make sure I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, let me send y'all over to that meeting with the prosecutor. Okay. All right. Here we go. And I will move forward as well with Tammy Morgan. Tammy Morgan, can you unmute so that I can talk to you? And it would be good if you can get on screen as well.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you. I'm well. I do have your file pulled up, and give me just a moment. So let's see. So let's see. There was a speeding charge and a no contest plea was entered. I had requested, or you had requested a deferred on that.
Yes.
We emailed and requested that your signature be returned by April 25th, and we still don't have that. So, I mean, we really need to get that, or I'm just going to need to deny it. Because remember on your previous meeting,
Yes.
I said I
Yes.
was back that day, and we never got it back from you.
Okay. So, ma'am, yes. Okay. So I think there was a miscommunication here too with the, okay, I did get, maybe there's I did email it back. I have the email from your clerk. That she received it.
Okay.
Because I was supposed to mail you by the end of the, so what happened is at the end of the day, you asked for me to sign my papers for my disposition. And you asked me on the driver's license. Yes, you told me to send it to you by the end of the day. So I have everything here. I have all my proof. I sent the copy of my driver's license over to Miss Getz. And the next day I got an email from her stating she received it. She sent it over. A couple of hours later, I received a show cause court date I did give her a
That
phone.
was the license.
Yes, I did give her a phone call to find out what had happened. And she stated that I was supposed to pay a $20 fee, which I told her I thought it was dismissed. And she did inform me that, yes, it's dismissed, but you still have to pay a fee. So I said to her, okay, well, then I can just pay it. She told me I could not pay it because it was a day late and it was just a miscommunication. So she
Okay,
said,
give me just a moment. Give me just a moment.
yes, ma'am.
Let me look and see why our record doesn't. Let's start with one thing at a time.
Okay,
Let's start with
that's
the document, and I'm talking with the clerk. So stay tuned. Let's start with the speeding. That might be the easiest one to resolve first. So I'm just trying to find the document, which the notes that y'all gave me said we don't have. And she says she confirmed it with. Yeah. So. Oh darn, I think I'm trying to pull the same one. I wonder if it'll do that. Right. And then look at that reply. Can you print that for me, please? Did her deferral require a driving safety course? Okay. So that does make sense.
But this doesn't say anything.
Well, the reply. Okay, that's Ms. Getz going that direction though. But she mailed back, and what did she? So see where it says from her. So it'd be a Samsung, but no attachment, right?
This one says attachment.
Uh-huh. Right. So I see the exchange on, there are two cases, okay?
Yes.
And on the case that is the speeding charge, the reply that she sent back, I have your response to her. Okay, so one clerk, Court Online Help sent you the deferral, and it shows that we have an attachment going to you. And then in the reply, sorry, is the attachment on this one?
I pull it up on. Online.
Yeah, we're just gonna pull it back up and make sure it went. Did you print it and sign it?
I did. That's what I did.
Chris, your email back to me doesn't show an attachment. And her reply back to you was, please see the instructions as to the driving safety course. So she was just highlighting to you, hey, and she sent another attachment to make sure you had the information. Okay, where is that? I found it. We don't delete those emails. But the clerk appears to have didn't scan it into the file. She didn't delete it or anything.
Right.
Can we import it or do we scan it? Can you print it to? I need to talk to another supervisor question. Okay, now let me get the other one cleared up. This is why we set these kinds of things so that we can look at them. Open. Okay, so then we needed the
My driver's license from
Yeah,
Texas.
no, we needed it. I see it. I'm just looking for the date. Hang on just a moment. It looks like this was the one I remember because we were getting. Yeah, so you had sent a license that wasn't the new one.
Right. I had,
And on the 25th, I said, send it in and let me see if I can dismiss it because
yes, ma'am.
I don't know. I know you had thought you had sent it, but the thing you had been sending was not the proper thing. And can we pull, we're gonna have to pull that email too. I just now want to double check it. It's scanned on the 26th, but when was it sent? On Port Online Help. I know that's when she pulled it up. But well, that's because that's the 26th, but I'm just wanting to, what I want to look at is what did she, the defendant, send in? What was her email? What date was that? It's true that it isn't in compliance. I just want to confirm that that email didn't come in the day before.
Yep, I have my document here.
Hang on just a moment.
Mhm.
See, again, I've got that. It's the same situation. On the 25th, she emailed in to. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't. Because have you paid the $20 dismissal fee, ma'am?
That's why I'm here today, because when I actually called her, when she sent me the new court date, I said, I don't understand.
I hear all that. I'm asking a different question. Have you paid the $20 fee yet?
No, she told me I couldn't. I had to come back to court.
I get that. I'm on that part. I'm just trying to piece another part in. Did that print? All right. Can you pay it today?
Absolutely. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, we still had to get the mother mad because there was some confusion.
Right, because I wanted to pay it that day and she said no, so.
Okay. Is she gonna be able to pay that on them? Or does she need to call it? What's the? She's in Colleen. Yeah. Miss Morgan, I'm approving it.
Okay,
Get paid today. I'm just gonna
Yes.
clarify how we do that to make sure that it goes through.
okay.
Like, can you tell me, someone can you pay that $20 online? No. No, because the latter conviction. Because if they pay online, they're not a conviction.
I know, but normally who's saying? I thought we backed those out. Okay, you're going to have to come over to make a payment. $20. Okay,
Okay.
so can we do that by close of business today?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All
Be
right.
there.
I'm glad you logged on. So Ms. Morgan said that we could, figure out the confusion.
Yes.
And we have, I do have your deferred document. Did you have any questions about what it contains and just the need for the course and the payment structure?
No,
Okay, I just want to address it while you're here. So
no,
that more confusion. Okay, thank you so much.
thank you.
You're good to go.
Thanks. Thank you.
Bye-bye. There'll be notes in the file about doing that payment and getting that dismissal.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Mr. Mattson, let's see, let me get the Flores folks back over. Okay, there we go. Okay, on the Flores case, Flores LLC, where are we on these matters?
Your Honor, the Floreses have reached a plea agreement with me. I will be dismissing the accessory structures charge,
Okay,
and I'll be reducing the fine on the parking charge to $100, which brings the total to 114, and they'll be pleading no contest on that.
when is that getting paid?
I told them to wait until this afternoon to call and make sure that the reduction had been entered, and then I believe they're going to pay over the phone today.
Okay, if they'll just hold, I'll get it reduced and then they can know that happened. On your motion, I will go ahead and do that dismissal on the accessory structure.
Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
okay, so we can prepare that dismissal and do that reduction. Let me know when that's done and I'll let them know that they can pay. Okay, Mr. Flores, if you'll just wait a moment, I'll get everything ready for you. So just pause and wait. I'll be right back with you, okay? Okay. Mr. Mattson, I will move you forward with Javier Quiroz. Javier Quiroz, could you unmute so that I can make sure that I can hear you?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. I'll move you over to that meeting with the city's prosecutor, Mr. Mattson.
Thank you, Yana.
Thank you. Okay, and I will also move forward with Rochelle Neely.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Well, thank you. I'm just getting your file pulled up. Give me just a moment.
Okay.
So there's just a lot of confusion with this file and I need to get it clarified. Originally, the plea was for not guilty and that happened February 6th. It's a parking and a handicap charge. And we scheduled pre-trials for here online and then here in the court. Nobody showed up for that. And then I got a request for community service on the case on a plea of not guilty, which I can't do because you can't say, I'd like to plead guilty to it and have community service, but I don't want to be found guilty. I want a trial and don't sentence me. So those are, and if you plead not guilty, you have to show up for court.
Right. At first I had pleaded not guilty, but I've been having a lot going on. Like somebody stole my car, burned my car up, and then I have two sick children. So I'm like in speech therapy, physical therapy. So I was never able to make the pre-trial. So at this point, I was just gonna plead no contest and just see if I can do community service at this point.
Okay, so you're pleading no contest to this charge at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and And do you still have the car payment? I know you're telling me the car's been,
So my car had got stolen. That car was paid. I paid that car in cash. Someone stole my car, burnt it up, so I had to get a new car, which requires a car payment now.
okay. That's the Kia.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I will go ahead and find you indigent and order community service. But I have a question about whether you can do it physically. Are you seeing a physician? You mentioned some therapy that you're having to do physically.
So it's not me, it's my child. I have a 2-year-old child that has like had 3 heart surgeries, and he eats out of a feeding tube, so he can't walk right now. So we go to physical therapy and speech therapy. And also my other son just got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So it's just like a lot of appointments that we have to go to and things like that.
And everyone's underage, so you're the only one to take care of that, I think. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I give you the community service, it's 26 hours and it would be due, I would give you 2 months to start out with. I can give more time if you just keep up with it, turn in what you've done and request a reasonable extension on time.
Okay.
If you, I have a list of places where you can do the work. One of them of many are the city. I'm going to have you sign a document today that says that you understand the city doesn't have any privacy or coverage if you're injured. And then I'll give you a timesheet to keep track of your hours, a list of pre-approved places, rules for how to go about it. So when can you come by the court to get that? It'll
I
take
can come today.
Yeah, it has to be today. But what my question is what time?
I can come. I literally stay like 8 minutes away, so I can come probably by 10, 15.
Okay, let's say 10:30.
Okay.
We'll have everything at the front desk. It won't take very long. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. We'll
Thank
see
you.
Thank you, Ms. Neely.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay. And then that dismissal. And that one. Okay. Mr. Mattson, let me get Mr. Kiros back over. Where are we on the speeding charge regarding Javier Kiros?
Your Honor, Mr. Quiroz will be placed on deferral.
Y'all have agreed to a deferral?
We have, Your Honor.
Okay, and where are we with the conditions of that?
The terms will be a 120-day period with a 6-hour driver safety course by the 60th day of that period. And the total balance of $254 will be broken up into 3 installments of 85 due at the end of the first month, 85 due at the end of the second month, and 84 due at the end of the third month.
Okay. When you said the end of the first month, are we talking about the end of May?
30 days from today. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, 30 days from today is the beginning of June. So I'm turned around. Mr. Kiros?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, are you on screen?
Yes,
So-
ma'am.
Okay, so with regard to the first payment of $85, what's the date that you're thinking you would pay that?
I could pay that today.
Okay. And then a month from today would be June let's say 9th. Would that work for you?
Yes, ma'am.
And then a month from that day would be July 9th. Let me see what day that falls. That's a Sunday. So how about July 10th?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. And then the deferral ends on September 7th. And the class is due, let's put that class due the same day as the final payment. 7/10. That's about 60 days. Okay, so I'm gonna get that put in writing for you. And Mr. Mattson, do you agree with those conditions?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Quiroz, if I email this document to you, can you print it, sign it, and email it back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll get that ready for you. And that'll be later this morning. It'll be sent to you, and we just need it by close of business today. The sooner the better. Will that work for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we'll send that shortly. Okay, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. You're good to go then. You can. hang
Thank
up.
you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Mr. Mattson, as well.
Mr. Mattson, I will move you forward with Guadalupe Favela Rincon. And let's see, let me find that person. They were here.
Okay.
Okay, great. Are you able to get on screen? Great. I will, whoop,
Wait a minute.
okay, I will send you over to that meeting. After.
Necesito un traductor.
Yeah, they'll get a translator. Un momento.
Okay.
Okay, and Mr. Flores, everything is ready to go now. I've signed the dismissal and we've done the reduction. So you can pay online or by phone, or you can come by the building. But when will you do that? Will you do that?
Today.
Okay.
We can do today.
Are you coming by the building?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just come to any clerk. They can give you a receipt.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're good to hang up.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, they were in there twice. Okay, so let me just get clear where we are. Billy Gerjalua. How did I do with butchering that name? I'm sorry.
It's wrong on my license, so it doesn't matter.
Rosalva is how you have it on the screen.
Yeah, that's how it's actually spelled.
Okay, goodness, you want to fix that earlier in your driving career than later. So you're at Temple High School still?
Yes.
About to graduate probably.
Sorry?
Are you a senior, junior?
Senior.
Okay, it's a speeding charge, 69 and a 40. The fines and costs if you pay it are $264. I do have teen court available, and that was your request. And I received a plea of guilty. Is that your plea at this time?
Correct.
With teen court, there's a $20 fee. Can that fee get paid in cash today?
Can it be paid online?
No, because there's two problems. One is that you have to come sign your teen court paperwork. And two, the teen court fee is a cash fee. It has to get paid in cash. So I can't do cash on the telephone because that isn't cash.
Okay. Yeah, we can.
Okay. And then mom, is that mom that you're talking with?
Yes.
Okay. She's welcome to come with you, but you're 18, so she doesn't have to. I like parents being involved. I think it's helpful, especially since they might be, not always, but they might be paying insurance and things like that. So it's good to keep them in the loop, and the safety issue is important for our young people. on your case, with the condition of Kingsport, there would be two things. One is a driving safety course, 30 days from today, which I'm actually going to give you a little more time. It would be June 27th.
Okay.
Like to be here when you're turning things in. So, so I'll be back from a trip that I have to take. And there's an essay, which it's a 3-page essay due at that same time. And we'll give you the topic when you get here to do your paperwork. And you do your essay and your class one time by June 27th. And I'll dismiss the charge and waive the balance, the 264. Do you agree?
I do.
Okay. Then what time will you be by today to do your paperwork and make that payment? It's 10 now. Can you be here sometime around lunch or before?
Will I be able to pick up a note for school there?
Yes, as long, but I mean, I can't excuse you the whole day.
Okay.
Can excuse you till, this morning.
Around 2:30, would that work?
Sorry?
Around 2:30, would that work?
Well, I mean, we're about to be done with court, so let me ask, what kind of note did they give them? Yeah, you're missing the whole day of school, but I didn't keep you here the whole day.
I get off at noon, so.
Okay, all right, that'll work. 2:30 is fine.
Okay.
It's up to the school whether they're cool with it, I don't know. But you'll certainly get a note from us.
Okay.
Okay, all right, we'll see you when we get here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's kind of weird because he works and he seems to not be very independent yet. Okay. Christina Braniff, can I get you to unmute? Here, let me try to help you.
Sorry.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Good. Let me just get a moment to look at your file. We had a show cause March 10th. And so there is a no insurance charge and there are fines and costs of 281. And I did receive a plea of no contest. Is that your plea at this time?
I'd like to change it to see if I can get deferred because I do have insurance. I did.
No contest on deferred. So
Yes, ma'am. No contest.
okay. So yeah, I did see something about your husband was supposed to be paying that bill and he let it lapse is what I kind of got from that. Do I have that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. He was in charge of all the bills and didn't inform me. So as soon as I found out when I got pulled over, I went and got insurance right away, which is probably like a week later because we're kind of financial burdens. We had extra kids living with us and our expenses were through the roof and it was just a little chaotic then.
Is there insurance in the phone?
There is. I turned in insurance.
I understand. I'm just asking.
Sorry.
We're pulling it up. I just want to see if I need to get anything else in connection
Yes,
with
ma'am.
that deferred. I usually require some things. And so I'm trying to see if we can check that box off already.
Yes, ma'am.
So I do need to figure out your fines and costs. Let's see. So you are at McLean's or your spouse? Oh, you both are.
We both are. Correct.
And So 6 people in the home. Your oldest son, is he living with you still, Chris?
Yes, ma'am.
Is
Yes,
he
ma'am.
paying the bills?
No, he's trying to just keep up with this truck payment right now, so he's barely getting out on his feet, let's just say.
Is he working?
Yes, ma'am. We had my family 6, and then we had 4 of his friends or 3 of his friends staying with us full time for a brief moment for about 6 months or so. So that was extra cost for groceries, electricity. I mean, we were having $700 electricity bills and grocery bills through the roof. And finally, I had enough.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to work or go to school, and that was their option. So I had to start giving the boot,
Right.
unfortunately.
Well, I understand. People sometimes do need that from you
Yeah.
to be pushed to get on with it, you know.
Correct. Now they're all working now because they're living at home where they have to pay bills.
I understand what it means to be that person in the family.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm kind of showing that I could order community service instead of payment.
Okay.
But I'm also seeing like you have lots going on, so
I do.
I need to hear from you. I can lower the amount that you pay, and oh, that's good. That'll work. So I don't need to get more from her on that. Can we look at just the pie chart of funds and costs? Yeah. I'm sorry, on the insurance. I know, I just a lot of balance. Okay, I could drop it from 281 to a $44 fine plus costs, which means it'll total 125.
Okay.
What can you pay towards that today?
I can pay it today. What was it? The 44 you said?
No, it's
Sorry.
125 total.
125. I can pay that today for that.
So the fine just reduces.
But with the insurance, will that be deferred to where I don't get it on my record? I'm trying hard because
Yeah.
I've kept up with it so long, and then my husband did that, so I was kind of upset with him for a minute.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm granting your deferral. It will run from today till September 7th.
Okay, thank you.
Payment is today. I already have the insurance on file, so I don't need to see it again.
Okay.
You just did no more tickets during that time, and the case
Yes, sir.
we dismissed on September 7th. I need your signature on that document.
Yes, ma'am.
We send it to you and have you print it and sign it and email it back, or you can come by to do it.
Okay.
What would work best?
I can go in person, so I can go ahead and pay it.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts on your chart.
Yes, ma'am.
So on the speeding charge, I did receive a plea there of no contest and a request for a payment plan. That was 50 and a 30. And it's no contest your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am, but I'd like to see if I can do what is it? Defensive driving on that.
You missed your court date, so I can't grant it.
Okay.
I could do a payment plan.
Okay, yes, please.
Okay. Can you pay $25 today towards that balance, or do you need some more time?
I can make it on Friday.
Okay. I'm gonna say you can always pay more, but $25 is a minimum payment.
Okay.
Friday's the 12th. And you'll just sign for that one today.
Okay.
And then you can pay online or by phone on your payment dates. And we'll print out your payment dates. It's like a list for you to just follow a payment plan, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So you're coming by, what time are you coming by? I have a break.
I can come by right after court's over. Or right
Okay,
after. That's from there.
let's say by noon, okay? No later.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks. Okay, great. That'll work. And I'm just making all those adjustments. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. You are free to go and we'll see you here in about an hour or so.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Matson, I'm just getting Guadalupe Favola back over.
Judge, I do have a translator on the language line right now
Okay,
for this case.
okay. Where are we with the case?
We would move to a reduction in the fine for a plea of no contest.
And what's the reduction?
The fine will be reduced to $50, which brings the total cost to $131.
And do you know when that's getting paid?
I think she wants to talk to you about that. It sounds like she wants till the end of the week, maybe. I wasn't quite clear.
Okay. He's back in. Okay, so I am agreeing with the, I'm approving the agreement. Ms. Favela, if the translator could let you know that I do approve the agreement. And I just would like to know when you're able to pay the 131.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. This a lot of nights on the line. I hear you like very far away. Can you speak closer to the mic? I don't know. Sorry.
The judge would like to know when Ms. Favela can make payment on the $131.
Ajá. Sí, después quiere saber cuánto usted podría hacer el pago de $131.
Voy a checar aquí. Puede ser el 15.
Could that be on the 15th?
On the 15th, Your Honor?
Yes.
You can tell her yes, that's fine.
Sí, está bien.
Okay.
And then the only other question is, she needs to come sign today. What time can she come by to sign? What time today?
The judge would like to know what time Ms. Favela can come to the court to sign a document.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
What
The
time
judge-
today?
12.
To sign?
Yes.
Sounds like she said 12 o'clock, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Claro.
Okay, thank you.
Gracias, señora. Thank you, translator. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Okay, thanks for you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Jessica Ramirez, can you unmute?
Hello, yes, ma'am.
All right, let me move you over to that meeting, prosecutor.
Okay,
Thank you.
yes, ma'am.
And just give me a quick moment. Take a breath. Okay, there's that 10 point. And then Ramirez will be the next pretrial. Coming out. And now I've got somebody logging in for the first moment right now at 10:15. Identified name. Hi, this person is identified as the life of TT, and I don't know who that is in connection with my docket. Can you tell me the name on the file, perhaps?
That's me.
That's just the name.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, too many people.
Yes.
Life of TT, what is the name on the file?
It's Talicia Russell.
Okay. Miss Russell, court started an hour and 15 minutes ago. What's the issue?
So I didn't know like that I had to like join because my grandma, she kept telling me that like I guess somebody was supposed to call.
No,
But
nobody's supposed to call. You're supposed to log in.
And they sent it to my email and
Yeah, I just showed her how to do it. She's not familiar with the Zoom app. She didn't know how to do it. So we had went to her email and found the Zoom, the little courthouse thing so we can connect to it. That she's just finding out how to do it.
Okay, all right, we'll be with you soon, but you missed a lot of information that you're not gonna have. I'll do my best. Let's see, I did get a question from Laura's iPhone saying that he needs to be back in school and that they are doing testing. You're actually coming right up. Let me see where we are. If y'all can unmute on the Mitchell case.
Thank you. I appreciate
So this is a no driver's license charge, and Aiden, you are 14. I did receive a no contest plea and a request for teen court. Before I get all into that, I would like to ask you, do you understand the pleading options of guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. And you are entering a plea of no contest at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mom, do you feel like he understands the pleading options?
I think so.
Okay, and what is your name?
Laura Mitchell.
Okay. I guess I'm trying to figure out what happened here. You're 14 and you're driving a car. So what happened?
I wasn't thinking straight, I guess. It was very dumb of me, and Mom was sleeping and I took the car.
Mom, do you have anything to add?
There's been lots of life struggles in the home situation. His dad, there's a restraining order in place and supervised visits right now. So it's been a tough few years for sure. Given the circumstances with his dad on the other side for the last several years, I've been very intentional about teaching him how to drive because of some safety issues in a safe environment on, grandpa's farm and whatever. So he's definitely equipped and aware. He's also already done his driver's course to get his permit. He turns 15 next week. So he's more than educated on driving. It was just a very poor choice. Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
he's not licensed.
Yes, ma'am.
And you definitely don't want to be having you charged with authorizing him to drive illegally, because you can be charged.
Right, absolutely. When I say it's been verbal and in Troy on grandpa's farm, so only in the event of emergency, which has actually come up a couple times, so.
Okay. With teen court, there's a $20 fee. Can we get that fee paid today in cash?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then there would be a short life skills class. It's online.
I'm sorry, repeat.
There would be a life skills class that he would be required, I'm going to require that he take as a condition of teen court.
Okay.
I think on my minimum 4 or 8 hours.
Bill's class.
And so y'all would pay for that class and he would get it turned in by June 27th. And when you come here, we'll give you the information for how to find the class online. And it's really a course about decision making. So I think it's a good time to do that.
Absolutely. Great.
Okay. Just want to reinforce probably what you're already talking about at home.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think so. Just due to being, I know almost 15, but I'm going to make it a 4-hour class. Instead of normally I go 8, but I just don't know that we get a lot more bang for our buck. And it's not hurdle, it's education. So what time can I come by the court to sign up and do the paperwork?
We'll be leaving as soon as you release us so that I can get him back to school.
Okay, that would be now. So we'll look for you in the next 20 minutes, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you shortly at the window, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Matson, let's see, where are we with the Ramirez case?
Your Honor, I wanted to check with you on whether the $20 dismissal fee would still be an option. I know that she missed it last time, but I would still find it appropriate.
Well, okay, let's see. Let me look, because I don't actually have notes. How late, did we get a warrant letter?
That is a good question. I
Just-
don't think so. I believe she asked for an extension.
Do we have the registration? That's the next question.
Yes, I do believe the registration was submitted already.
Let me verify. I've had some odd things this morning that just where we think we have something and we don't. We have it and it's not scanned, and we just have had some confusion. So I can do a dismissal on the prosecutor motion as opposed to the $20 fee. But I wasn't able to do it because the deadline was missed. So the prosecutor can make a motion to dismiss without a fee. But under compliance dismissal, where the prosecutor doesn't make the motion, it's automatic. It's not eligible for that.
Okay, and so just to confirm, we do have the registration.
We have it.
Okay, then I will make that motion at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll do a prosecutor dismissal. All right, Ms. Ramirez, what that means is that we'll email the dismissal to you here in a little while, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, and then there's not a fee actually on this one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
You're good to go.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. On the contested docket, Councilman Holmes, can you unmute? And let's get you on screen. I've just been seeing the ceiling of your car or whatever for a while. Mr. Holmes. Hi. It's your turn. So I need, for you to be on screen. Okay, I'll move you over to that meeting. And I am trying to talk to Miranda Patterson.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Can you, okay. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Not used to this phone.
Give me just a moment to review. Okay. So there's a few things going on. We have community service. And I did order that you come in and enter some sort of plea, whatever plea you're trying to enter on your parking ticket.
I
And
thought I did that. I apologize.
to make a payment arrangement. And that's been pending since 2018. And that's just hadn't happened. So that's a problem. And then on the other cases, which are also pending 2018 onward, well, they're all 2018. I've received a request for a 5th extension on your community service, but I've received no hours and no doctor's.
Yes, Your Honor, it's been extremely difficult because I do not have a car at the moment.
I understand that. But
My ex and I were still living together, but now we have gone to different homes and it's been very hard. I haven't been able to find a job. I haven't been able to get out of the house. I can't even take my son to his scout meetings on Mondays anymore. And I don't know what to do.
where are you living? What town?
I'm in Harker Heights right now. And I can't go get a new ID right now because of all of this. And I'm just fighting not to lose my son right now because everything else. I'm trying to get in with a doctor to discuss what's going on and depression and everything else because I've pretty much been staying at the house. I don't have any other choice. And when I went to go to my appointment last week, apparently the person I was supposed to establish care with decided to up and leave the clinic. So they can't get me in with a new one until the 13th of June. I mean, my son's birthday is Friday and I don't have anything for him. And it's just been really hard.
All right. We're communicating to you through email. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I need to get a plea on the parking charge.
I can say guilty on that.
I can't accept it because it's not actually, there's a civil parking official. You have to email that to the court online help. And that's from June 26th. Okay, of 2018. I need to get something there to begin that process.
I'm supposed to get more child support on Friday.
You might write to that official and explain your circumstances. Because in that particular case, I don't have any way to order community service. I think that one, I don't really know what payment arrangements they make with that. Do you know much about that? Okay, you'll have to write them. If I could see that you were willing to at least take responsibility for that charge so that we know that it's moving in a direction, it would be helpful for me to have that happen.
I understand. And I apologize for being difficult.
I'm just trying to resolve it at this point. I'm not emotionally upset about it. I just need something to hang my hat on, you know. So I can extend your community service one more time, and you can talk to your doctor about whether it's appropriate, issue a doctor's note saying that you might not be able to do it.
Is there a certain form that I need to print off or anything like that?
No, I don't get into the medical business. I'm not in the medical business. I'm not going to create a form like that. That's a bunch of legal advice that I can't be giving. but having them say whether you can or can't do it is appropriate. If depression is keeping you from doing it, that's real. It's not, depression is a real thing. So, a doctor note is appropriate, and it sounds like you've got an appointment June 10th. So I should just extend you one more time to June 27th.
Okay. Is there, I know this is going to sound bad, but is there any way to find out if I have any unpaid tickets anywhere else that I need to get taken care of?
Yeah, there is a way to do that, but it's not through this court. We can
Okay.
give you the information for how to find that. That's
Okay.
it's actually it's part of how you check your license. Yeah, the DPS website. That's what you need. Just go into Google search engine and type up Texas DPS. And it's I just forgot the name of it. It's, if you know it, you find it really quickly. It's Texas failure to appear.
Okay.
That's what you want to type in. It's all one word. Texas failure to appear. Yeah, somebody said in the link, but yeah, I'm not able to. Let me see if I can just send it to her. Anyway, there, I sent it to you. You'll have to look yourself up there, okay?
Okay.
You'll see us listed too, but let me I'm just making some notes. Okay, so I'm extending you to June 27th. Email back to the court online system and let them know,
Okay.
how you're responding to the parking citation, okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's our plan, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
And Ms. Patterson, you hang in there, okay?
I'm trying. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you next month, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Can we reset her on that date, that turn-in date? Set her for a court date. I'd rather check in with her. I might reconsider her circumstances. I might need to think about that one. Mr. Mattson, let me get Mr. Holmes back over. Okay. Where are we with regard to Mr. Holmes' case, Mr. Mattson?
Your Honor, we're going to take a similar approach to the Martinez case. Mr. Holmes will be put on a 90-day deferral.
Okay.
And he said that he can make payment on the fine within 30 days.
That's by June 27th. Right? It's a little bit longer. This just. Okay, and is there anything else that's added to that?
At this time, Your Honor, no, there's not. Is just an insurance citation, and it was not his vehicle. So the only requirement will be payment of the fine and avoiding any tickets.
Okay, Mr. Holmes, I need a signature on the document today. Can I email that to you and get it back from you?
Yes, ma'am. Can you email it right now?
We can probably email it within a few minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to hang on, I'll see if I can expedite that.
I'll send the email back.
Sorry?
What time you want me to send the email back?
As quickly as possible.
Okay. Well, I'm working at the same time, so would I be able to send it when I get off today?
So I'll just ask my question again, and if you listen carefully, I think we can get there. What time can I get your signature today?
Okay. So, well, matter of fact, as soon as you send it in.
Well, I said I'd send it right away, and then you said later today you might be able to, so that wasn't an answer.
No, I was saying if you send it in, I'll have it signed and sent back before the day over.
Define over.
Ma'am?
Define over. I don't know what that means. You mean
No.
midnight, or do you mean what I would mean, which is close of business 5?
No, ma'am. I'm sorry. They said I'll get everything signed over.
Okay. I'll send it to you as quickly as I can.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Metzen, I'll move you forward with Mr. Conlon. Mr. Conlon, can you unmute?
There we go. How are you?
There we go. I'm well. Thank you for asking. Let me send you over to that pre-trial meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Caitlin Kitchens, can I get you on screen and unmuted?
Yes, ma'am. Give me one moment. I can turn my camera on. Let me figure out how to. There we go.
Okay. Let's see where we are. There is an expired motor vehicle registration charge. The fines and costs are $151. And I did receive a no contest plea from you. Is that your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then I did receive a request for a payment plan. I could do $25 a month.
I can pay a little bit more than that.
Feel free to do so. Listen, I usually set a minimum if we're paying out and someone has like a low income and a debt, that high debt ratio. So I do a minimum amount and you're not going to get penalized if you pay more. Like if I say $25 a month and you pay $30 a month, you're just going to get done faster.
Okay.
Okay. So when could you make a first payment?
I get paid next Friday and I can make a payment then on the 19th.
Okay. And I need a signature. Can I email this and have you sign it, print it, sign it, and email it back, or do you want to stop by and do it?
I can email it back to you.
Okay. Can we get it today?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll look for it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. Felix Campos or Campos, can you unmute?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, we had a life skills class due May 4th. And
Uh,
your mom came in to pay the balance on that day because y'all didn't have it. What's going on?
the class it wouldn't let me get into the class. That's why I agreed to just pay the full bill off, the 271. I tried to pay it off, and she said I couldn't pay it off for me to just schedule another court day, and that's why I'm here today.
Right. So you were saying that which class did you sign
It
up
was
for?
it was the life safety skill, something like that, for 8 hours.
What company? What company did you pay?
I don't even know.
You didn't make a payment yet.
I paid $20 on May 4th. I mean, not May 4th, April 4th.
You paid $20
Mm-hmm.
for teen court. You agreed to take an online life skills class and get it done, turned in and completed and turned in by May 4th. And then what you said to me when we started talking just now is you weren't able to do the class. And the way that you said that you weren't able to do it is that it wouldn't let you log in. So I don't know what it is because there's like 5 class options that you had. So I asked which of those you picked and you told me you didn't know and you didn't actually sign up for one. So I'm confused. Help me understand this.
You didn't pay for it.
I didn't pay for a card.
Oh, well, they're not going to let you log in if you don't pay for it.
That's because it wouldn't let you get on to like even start it.
Okay, so you don't want to do this. You just want to pay your ticket?
Yeah.
Okay, it's $271. Do you need more than 30 days to pay that?
No, I can pay it today.
Okay. Just come by the clerk's desk before this to do payments so that I don't have to start putting a hold on your ability to have a license.
Okay.
All right. So I can pay it all today.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
All right, I'm ordering you to pay it today.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. All right.
Okay. He didn't want teen court. He wanted to do something different. Okay, we wasted time with that. Okay, I'm moving forward then. Talisha Russell, can you unmute? And get on screen? Okay. Are y'all in a moving car?
No, it's part.
Okay, so the request is for teen court. This is a possession of a tobacco by a minor. The fines and costs are $181. And the law does require that if a person has this type of case, that they complete a tobacco awareness class. And I do have teen court as an option. We did send some documents for y'all to sign, and thank you for getting those done and turned in. I just wanted to check in and see if you had any questions about those documents before we move forward.
No, ma'am.
Mom?
No, ma'am, we have no questions.
Okay. With teen court, there's a $20 fee, and then the class would be required to be completed by June 27th. And we would give you the class information. It's online.
Okay.
Okay. So can you pay the $20 teen court fee today?
We gotta go by the can she pay it? She can pay it at the place, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes, she can do it today.
Okay, and then y'all would come in together to just sign the final documents and get the information for the course.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when can y'all come by the court?
I guess we'll be on our way before I take her to school. We'll stop by.
Okay, it's 10:40 right now, so 11:15.
Yes, ma'am. By 11:15, we'll be there.
Okay, we'll see you then. Just come to the window, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What am I- It has to
No,
be-
you paying the 20. Okay, ma'am, so she's only paying the $20, right?
Right, and then you do pay for the class itself. It should run you about $50. It's cheaper than the ticket.
And she got until the 27th to do that?
Yes, to complete it.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And it's an 8-hour class.
Okay, yes, ma'am. She can do that on the weekend, on Saturday.
It keeps you from having a license suspension.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
You have a good day.
You too. Okay, Mr. Matson, I know you and Mr. Conlon were speaking together. And where are we with regard to this matter?
Your Honor, we'll go ahead and continue the final pretrial, but I anticipate this case being resolved prior to then.
Okay, Mr. Conlon, I'm scheduling this for July 12th at 1 o'clock. And just, you might, if you think that it's been removed from the court's docket, call and make sure. And if it's not removed from the docket, come on in so we can all get onto the same page, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, then you're good to go, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Mr. Matson, let's see. Angelica Lawrence was on the telephone. So let me get her. No, I'm sorry, she's not.
I'm here. You said Angela Lawrence?
Yes.
That's me.
Are you on a smart device?
Hold on. Start video. Yes. Hello.
Great. Let me move you over to that meeting, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Let's see, telephone caller. I knew it a little while ago. On the telephone, can you unmute and talk to me? Telephone call. Amanda, stop or stop. Are you there? But Amanda Stump has a conviction been entered. Mercedes Guerra, are you here?
You don't have time for old one. And she's now all of a sudden right up getting her license.
Yeah, but according to Dana, court didn't give him the options. And so Dana asked for us to call and put her back on, but didn't undo her. I mean, I guess just send her a show calls, see if we can get her back into the conversation. I mean, I assume they set that up talking to her. Okay. Mercedes Guerra, are you here, or Guerra? That's already got a shake. Let's see. You can hit the one. Is Sarah Landry here? Anyone here from Queen Sheba LLC? Anyone here from Manuel Rivera Herrera? Anyone here for Robert Whiteyear? Okay, the phone caller is just not answering and hasn't throughout the morning and is not responding to any of the names of missing people. So whoever you are on the phone, I'm just going to hang up because I'm not getting you to respond. I can't conduct a hearing with you. If you don't respond, then I can't see you. All right, on the Lawrence case, Mr. Matson, where are we? Miss Lawrence, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Great.
We are going to continue the final pretrial, Your Honor.
Okay. Final pretrial has been scheduled and it's June 28th at 3 o'clock and we'll all be here at the court.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have a good day.
Bye. You
Bye-bye.
too.
Okay. So we are done with court. I had on your docket, I had Robert Whiteyear as a no-show. I'm not totally surprised there. He didn't have an email. We gave him a phone call option. So we'll probably look for him to come into final.
Okay.
No. Manuel Rivera Herrera, just a no-show. I don't know. You know, those code cases, I'll be glad to get those back live because they just have a low show up rate. But it's the same thing that got them in trouble to begin with, I guess. I don't know. But it's not tending to business, but no one from Queen Sheba.
I got an email from them yesterday that they were going to just pay the fines in full, and they had asked me how to do that. I didn't respond to them until around 3 p.m. So I'm anticipating that they're going to send payment somewhere or another sometime this week.
Okay. On the Pharaoh Landry case, that is a no-show. Now, we got the magistrate documents. That's a juvenile case, assault by threat. I don't want to know about the case, but is the state maintaining that on the docket?
Yeah, the state was going to recommend teen court, but I guess we'll just see what happens if they show up at final.
Okay, that works for me. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Judge. I also noticed that you had left me a voicemail. My computer, whenever you go and the Zoom like opens and it says like you have to click join with computer audio or whatever, and then it puts you in the waiting room. I clicked on one of those and then my computer just like froze up for 5 minutes. And I was sitting there just like, why is this not working?
Oh, bummer. Okay. We were calling because, you know, it was like a few minutes after. I was a little worried. And
I was here. I just was I can't wait to get a new laptop. We're supposed to get new laptops. I think IT is working that out. So hopefully that stops being an issue for me.
I hope so too. And your move might do it too. Better.
We'll see.
Better bandwidth might be a possibility too. Okay. When does your move happen?
We're supposed to get the keys tomorrow.
Yay. Congratulations. Great.
The move won't happen until we're done packing, but we can actually look at the house and enter it ourselves, hopefully tomorrow.
Very good. Well, we look forward to seeing pictures.
So do I.
Okay. Take
Thank
care.
you, Judge.
All right. Oh, we'll see you tomorrow at trial.
Yes, I will be